Hey, what's up everyone? It's Guy and Kicks here bringing you another review. And I decided to make this video today thinking of folks out there who may be thinking of buying one of these shoes, even though that one of them is actually very late in terms of the sneaker world timeline to review. But I decided to do it anyway, just in case some of you guys are interested. And before I start, I just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Like always, thank you so much. Thank you to the ones that are new to this channel, new to watching my video for the first time. If you like the video, definitely feel free to subscribe. I usually post a video once a week and I talk sneakers with you guys and things like that. So definitely feel free to do so. Also follow me on Instagram at Guy and Kicks. And without further ado, let's jump into it and let's talk sneakers. So today's video is on a Nike Huarache Stussy collaboration and the Nike Huarache Escape. Alright guys, so just a little bit of history on the Nike Huaraches. They originally released in 1991. They were designed by Tinker Hatfield and they were inspired by Native American sandals. Just a little FYI, some Hispanic cultures refer to certain sandals as huaraches, which is the Spanish pronunciation of huaraches. So starting with the Nike and Stussy collaboration, this is the Desert Oak colorway. This is not the first time the Nike and Stussy work on a collaboration, but the interesting thing here is that the first Nike and Stussy collaboration was on a Nike Huarache, and here almost 20 plus years later, they connect once again and work on a Nike Huarache silhouette. So these Nike Huaraches released back in February 2021 for a retail price of $120. They originally released on the Stussy website, and then there was a wider release on the sneakers app. So starting with the colorway guys, you basically have a brown, cream, gray, and red colors here. On the inside of the shoe, you have a gray insole with the Nike International on top there. One of the main features of the Nike Huaraches is this elastic neoprene material. It's basically this sock design that you see here. It is supposed to give you more of a true to size fit, sort of hug your feet and things like that. On the front of the tongue, you have a red badge here in this sort of rubber material. You have the Air Huarache by Nike on top there, and then you have that Huarache logo as well. The shoes come with cream laces. Another feature of the Nike Huaraches is that they do come with 2 sets of eyelets, just to give you an opportunity to customize the fit and the lacing on these shoes. As you come down to the toe box here, you're gonna find some perforation on the neoprene material. Here around the toe box, it does switch over to more of a nylon material here, and it does have a shiny look to it. The mudguard here is made out of a nubuck material. As you move over to the lateral side here, you're gonna find some additional nubuck as well. Moving all the way to the heel of the shoe, here you're gonna find some Nike branding here on this pull tab. There's basically like this rubber cage around the ankle area for additional support and things like that. Underneath this Nike branding there on the midsole, you do find an Air stamp there as well. Moving over to the medial side, you're gonna find some additional nubuck and the rubber caging there connecting on the mid panels of the shoe. Moving over to the midsole and the cushioning system on the Nike Huarache, it does have some Nike Air encapsulated in the midsole, and then this midsole is primarily made out of a foam material. The design on the midsole here on around the heel area, you do find these sort of pebble or circle-like patterns. Moving over to the outsole, it's made in this rubber material, and in the middle there you have the Nike Air branding with the exposed foam as well. So switching over to the Nike Huarache Escape, this one was a lot easier to get. It released on April 16, 2021 on the Nike website. I personally got it because I won a raffle through End Clothing, which I honestly do not remember entering a raffle for these, because honestly, like, I didn't really want them like that. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna throw a conspiracy out there. I probably got hacked or something like that. Someone logged into my account and put in a raffle for me. I have no clue, because unless I was drunk, maybe I did that, I don't know, but I don't remember putting in for these, to be honest. I actually got the email that I hit on them and I'm like, what? But anyway, I got these through End Clothing back, you know, around that same time frame of April 16. So, but these, like I said already, these did come out on the Nike website, and they were a lot easier to get because I believe they didn't sell out immediately. So if you really wanted these, then you probably got them, I'm sure. So these Huarache Escapes are not a brand new colorway. These actually released back in 2003. So technically, there are a retro Huarache silhouette. So with this Huarache Escape, I'm really just gonna get into the colorway here because obviously the materials and cushioning system and things like that is exactly the same as the Stussy. So the official colorway on this Escape is bisque, storm gray, white, and black. So starting with the inside of the Escape here, the insole is made out of the bisque color. You also have that Nike International on top there as well. Behind the neoprene material, it switches over to a lighter gray. On the front of the tongue, you have that rubber badge that has the Huarache by Nike and the Huarache logo as well. These come with white laces. As you come down to the toe box on the Escape, this is where you're gonna find one of the main differences between, or probably the only difference between the Stussy and the Escape, is that the Escape has nubuck here on the toe box and the Stussy does not. The colorway here on this toe box is that bisque color that can also be found on the nubuck on the lateral and medial side. The bisque color is part of the orange color spectrum, so here you basically have just different shades of the color bisque. Similar to the Stussy, you have the Nike watermark here on this pull tab, and it's like a translucent gray material, and then underneath that you find the air on the midsole. The midsole on this Escape is all white, and then the outsole here is in the black color, and in the middle, again, you find that exposed foam in the storm gray color. So both sneakers come in similar boxes here. You don't have a special edition Stussy box, which is kind of a bummer, but you don't have no Nike branding on the top, just on the sides here of both boxes. Here you have the official tag and SKU for the Stussys, and here's the official tag for the Escapes. So when it comes to sizing on these, I do have to say that the Escape, again, I don't remember how the hell I put in for these, but this is actually a 10.5 in comparison to the Stussy, which is a size 10. I normally buy my sneakers a size 10, as you guys may know by now. But actually, if you never own a pair of Huaraches before, they do run very snug. And again, that's that whole neoprene material that they wanted the shoes to fit more, you know, that exact fit. They wanted to hug your feet. That was part of their campaign when the shoe released. So they do feel very, very snug. So I do prefer how the 10.5 feels, because the size 10 feels a lot more snug. So if you're someone who likes the snug fit, then, you know, going true to size, you'll probably be fine for sure. If you're someone who does not like that snug fit, I definitely recommend at least going half a size up. So when it comes to comfort, guys, the Nike Huarache is comfortable. I'm not gonna say that it's uncomfortable. The midsole feels fine, it's bouncy, it's soft. So you're initially gonna feel that soft sensation as soon as you put these on. I'm not a huge fan of that very snug fit. So to me, that sort of bothers a little bit. Like, I have to have them on for a while, I guess, until my feet go numb a little bit and I don't feel my toes cramped up against each other. But if you don't mind that feeling, if you don't mind that snug fit, or you prefer that snug fit, then the Nike Huaraches will definitely deliver in terms of comfort. So my overall take on these Nike Huaraches is that, you know, I'm trying to make this sort of more of a comparison video, but overall, in terms of the craftsmanship, it's very similar. You see, you know, you do see a lot of glue stains, some scuffs here and there, some strings sticking out and things like that. Obviously, this is a shoe that retails for $120, and it's a shoe that, you know, I don't know exactly what the quantities are or how many of these sneakers were made, but, you know, Nike produces a lot of these sneakers, and they're rushed, they're pushed very quickly, so you will find flaws on this shoe overall. You know, I wish that Nike would, you know, maybe slow things down, but I get it, you know, they just have to keep pushing demand. You know, I feel like lately most of the Nike sneakers, especially some of the Jordan sneakers that I've gotten, you know, they're a little bit flawed when it comes to their quality control and things like that. So, which is upsetting, because, you know, you pay a lot of money for these shoes and you kind of want them to be as perfect as possible, but, you know, the reality is that that's not going to happen. So the craftsmanship here, I mean, overall it's fine. You know, it's not like the shoe will rip apart or fall apart or anything like that, but, you know, there's some little areas where I think that it will be nice if they just, you know, take their time and slow things down and just make it a little bit better. But I'm probably just nitpicking that there. When it comes to me choosing which colorway, obviously the cushioning system is the same, the comfort is the same, except this one is you know, half size bigger, but that's neither here nor there. In terms of what they look, in terms of how they feel, you know, it basically comes down to the colorway, obviously. So for me, I do like the Escape, I think, a little bit more. I think even though the Escape is not a collaboration, to me it actually looks more premium than the Stussy, and that's primarily because of the toe box. You have some nubuck all around the toe box, and the Stussy does not. So for me, I would go with the Escape, And I also like this colorway. I don't really have sneakers that have, you know, this similar colorway, so to me, that's the reason why I would pick the Escape. But overall, honestly guys, I mean, they are decent looking shoes. They're not terrible, and I think the comfort is fine for most people. Like I said, for me, I'm not a huge fan of how they feel. For me, that's my take on these Huaraches. But if I was to choose one of the two, I would go with the Escape because of the colorway, and like I said, because of the nubuck. Gives it more of a premium look overall. So let me put these on and let me show you how they look on feet. Alright guys, so I hope this video helped you guys out decide if you want to buy the Huarache Escape or the Huarache Stussy collaboration. Let me know in the comments below if you own one of these sneakers or if you have any additional questions about them. Hit me up here on YouTube and also on Instagram as well. And like always guys, if you haven't yet subscribed, definitely feel free to do so below. Hit the like button as well. I'll leave a link to my Instagram page so you guys can follow me as well, where I normally post, you know, pictures of sneakers that I have or any upcoming sneakers that I'm about to review. And like always guys, catch you guys in the next one. See ya.